we're here working on another car. What we have here is a factory V6 manual solara. And I built this kind of at the beginning of last winter. This is the car that we actually took the brake pedal assembly out of for Earl. You guys remember Earl? That was like 2 years ago. My ADHD's completely forgot about Earl. But this was a V6 manual car. Now it is a 4-cylinder automatic car. And the motor that we put into it is actually the motor that we made carbureted. So I haven't had that motor running yet. And here's the dilemma. This car is for a place called Brawl, which usually is a show that I'm super excited to go to every year. But this year, I'm kind of having to really push myself to build a car. It's just that time of year, and I'm feeling drained. There's a whole bunch of outside things going on as well. But you know what? I'm trying to stay positive, trying to keep building. It's like the end of the year when you're getting all ran out doing it. Oh, just a little further. Just the sheer amount of derby that I do is exhausting by the time the end of the year comes. Is Aaron, which is the second run on my... Ouch. Something's sharp in there. Which is the second run on my G6 that I built. And, I really can't wait to see how those W body front spindles do in the front of that thing. I kind of had high expectations for those celebrity spindles, but I was let down, so I'm trying not to get to my expectations too high for the W body, but I can hope, you know. But if this weekend goes good, maybe it'll put a little bit extra drive back in me. I went camping the other week, and it was really nice just to get away. I haven't been camping in quite some time, but my problem is I'm finding it hard to motivate myself to get this car built. You know what? I'm going to see if my vibrating multi-tool works. You know what? Milwaukee makes good tools, but their battery-powered vibrating tools are not good. I've had this thing rebuilt 3 times, and it is still garbage. Maybe their corded ones are better, but this thing sucks. All I can do is small motor inside there. Well, here I am still screwing with this damn window. So last winter, took the V6 out of this and I put a 4-cylinder in. And now, I'm just trying to see if it's worth building. So this weekend I'm busy because it's Thanksgiving, so I have 2 dinners I gotta go to. And then I have to do a derby on Monday. So this weekend is pretty much out of the equation. Next weekend I have plans to go to a rodeo. I might get drunk and ride a bull. But we don't know about that yet. So if I mysteriously, in one of my next videos, have like a broken collarbone, you guys know why. And then, so it pretty much just leaves 2 Monday to Fridays to build this car, which is doable. And I'm not saying it's not doable, but I have to do other stuff there too. Like I have to go to work. And let me get this window out. I'm getting distracted. So what are my plans for this car? My plans are to build this car for a derby. I'd really like to get into it this year. So I guess I have to finish getting the rest of the glass out. I got all the back 3 windows out. I got the front windshield all the way out. I just have the 2 side windows and the sunroof. And then what we have to do, gas tank, battery, plugs for the computer, seat. I still haven't even fired this thing. Like, I don't... You know what, there's a lot of work that needs to be done to this thing before I can get it into the ring. And then I'm going to have to go through and kind of check on everything I did last year. Because that was last year and this is this year. So I don't think that motor mount will pass, but I don't think it has all the bolts in it. So we can go rob another motor mount, put into this thing. Transmission cooler has to come out. I'm not allowed a transmission cooler in these rules. So I'll just probably loop my lines. Brakes. What did I do to the brakes on this car? I don't have an ABS pump in it, so did I get rid of that? I'm not sure. But the big question is the engine, to be honest. But I'm going to try to take out the rest of the glass today, and if I get that far, then we'll see how much farther we can get with it. Maybe just drop a gas tank in it kind of thing today. Let's get going. This is going to sound counterintuitive. I think that's the correct word. I don't want to build this car. It's too late in the season, and I just don't have the drive to be able to build this. And even if I do build it, I'm going to take it to a show where everybody is just going to feed it to me. So it's going to be a waste of a great car. I don't know. The only times I've done good and actually placed half decent was with Toyota Camrys though. So I want to take my G6, and I know you guys are going to laugh at me for wanting to take my G6. I really like that car, and I really want it to do good. I really want it to do good, but I just really don't feel like building this car. And if I don't feel like building it, I'm not going to put the effort into it to make this thing into a great car, which is a shame. Maybe in the spring I'll have the drive to be able to put the effort that this car needs, because I did actually build this car last winter, so this car's now been sitting for a year. But now that we got all the glass out of it, I have to put it underneath the roof. So I really want to destroy this G6, and I have an idea how to fix this axle issue. It's going to sound stupid, but we'll deal that with another video. But I don't really think this car is high enough quality to go to Fall Brawl. Bleh. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to take the... Actually, I've been in talks with a guy that has a pre-ran car that wanted to scrap it, that's still half decently straight, but because it's pre-ran, it now has different rules. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to put this car into the shop, fix it so that you guys can get a video, take the Solara and put it underneath here, because I need to take that car out. This car is going to stay here for the winter. I just have to drain the water out of it. That car is going to stay there for the winter. It doesn't have any water in it. This car has to be torn apart for the winter, but I can be moving stuff here in a bit. But the Walden definitely needs to be able to be moved, and I don't like it being outside, so I'm probably going to try to put it in the garage. And the Solara is going to go here. Yeah, this is a lot of moving. I'm sorry.